Time now for a sports update on a podcast. Russell Wilson booed as the New York Giants stumbled to an 0-3 start. The Boo Birds were out last night.
He doesn't need that.
Should have retired after the Dallas loss. Baker Mayfield calls out Jets defensive coordinator Steve Wilks after personal last-minute victory. What was personal about? What does he have against Steve? I don't know.
He cut him.
Steve Wilks cut him.
At Carolina.
Whatever. Get over it. Get a better place.
Get over
Florida. And finally, the average person blinks 14 to 17 times a minute. Mike Tomlin hasn't blinked since 2007. How about that? I mean, Russ getting booed.
So, Izzy, to answer your Belichick question,
Thank you.
it is bad right now. It is very bad right now. The vibes are terrible in Chapel Hill. A lot of people were using this UCF game as a barometer, as a benchmark to see how much has the team actually improved since the TCU game. They got run off the field against TCU. They beat Charlotte. They beat Richmond, two teams without a pulse. Where did they kind of stack up going into the UCF game against Scott Frost? Turns out, hey, we're going to get humiliated again. And Jeremy Taché, bless his heart. Bless his heart. He's a UCF guy. He texted me before this game trying to make this whole
went well. Yeah.
He texted me before the game trying to make it a thing. I'm like, dude, Carolina stinks. Like, we're gonna get run off the field. He's like, UCF really needs a national moment. I'm like, this isn't the moment you think it is. We don't have a quarterback.
It's not.
we don't have a quarterback. We don't have a team. And you know what? I'm going to a bar in New York City to watch the game with Lucy, and I had to like whisper under my breath. I was that embarrassed. I was like, hey, can you turn the UCF North Carolina game on? And the guy looks at me. He's like, really? There's so many good games on. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. Wait, you had to ask? So he did not want to put on Belichick in the Carolina game, the bartender?
Why would he?
Yeah, he was having a hard time. There was other games on. It was the Oklahoma Auburn window. It was the Michigan Nebraska window. And I was like, hey man, like whatever your smallest TV is, like you could just put that game on there. And then before
UNLV was wrapping up.
Yeah. And that was a big win for me.
It would have been hilarious if he would have just handed you his phone and be like, can you just watch it on this, please?
Yes.
And before the game, I'm getting pictures from like No Context college football Twitter account of like Jordan Hudson on the sideline. And it's like, this was the guy that everybody like held up in the NFL being like, this is a no nonsense program.
So much nonsense.
People forget I was the one kind of whispering, hey, maybe John Summerall at Tulane, he might be the better option. I don't want. It's too early to take a victory.
I don't recall you whispering that. I have to be honest. I recall you being very excited that Bill Belichick decided to choose your school and come coach at your school. Mikey A's agreeing. Izzy's agreeing. I mean,
I whispered John Summerall loud enough
to Lucy.
Nobody could hear. Everybody was celebrating. He's like, John Summerall. Nobody heard you.
And the other problem with this Belichick deal is you never want to look up a coach's buyout after, week 2 or week 3.
Can I guess?
There's some confusion here.
Okay.
But there really is no confusion when you get to the breakdown of it. People think Belichick's buyout's $1 million. It's not. His buyout is $1 million if he wants to leave Carolina for any reason. His contract is 3 years, $30 million guaranteed. So at the very minimum, if Carolina wants to get rid of him, they have to pay out that $30 million.
Hang on a second. So he worked a clause into his contract that says, if I quit, you pay me $1 million to go?
Yep. And if you fire me, you pay me $30 million guaranteed.
That part, I would have guessed 3 times that number. Because I heard some of the numbers, obviously, some schools that have more money and their buyouts, and you're look 70, 80 million. I would have guessed maybe they worked out this crazy buyout for Bill because he's like, I'm never going to get fired. How would that happen? What's more impressive is the other part. And there's probably coaches that have that in their contracts, and I just didn't know that. But that's wild. If I want to go, you have to pay me to leave?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and he can go anywhere. I mean, he can go to Duke.
Unbelievable.
Duke would not take him right now.
If you were a quarterback, why would you want to go play for Bill Belichick? Like, it's been clear that the one quarterback he did have was the greatest ever and was 95% responsible for his success. And you can't really pick them or coach them. after that because he hasn't had a good one and in pro or college. So I don't know, man. Like Mac Jones being out there and them being
Mac Jones looked pretty good.
Oh, he's good. Yeah,
he didn't. He can't look really good when in the post game he admits that he threw a ball directly to the other guy. He's like, he wouldn't really make a great play. I threw it right at him. So you can't really have a great game if you throw one right at the opponent.
So that's amazing to you, Izzy, that the fact that he could quit and get he can quit today, and they would have to write him a check for $1 million.
If you're the North Carolina program, why would you do that? Why would you say yes? We'll give you $1 million.
You're North Carolina. You had them by the balls. What do you mean? Like,
so this goes back to a much bigger problem with the coaching search. Carolina's athletic director, reportedly Bubba Cunningham, was trying to conduct a coaching search with legitimate candidates. One person in the board of trustees went rogue and was like, Belichick's our guy. And then offered the job to Belichick, and everybody was like, wait, what's happening? We're trying to run this coaching search. And then Belichick gets hired because at one point it got too far down the line to backtrack. And when this guy's negotiating with Belichick is just putting his list of demands, and the board of trustee guys like, check. Anything you need, Belichick.
Shouldn't it have been a red flag that the league that knows him best and that he's had all this success in was not wanting him back? Like Atlanta Falcons did not want him. They're worse off than the North Carolina Tar Heels, I would argue, in terms of a comparison to the rest of their opponents or the rest of their league. So it should have been more of a red flag. And if this ends as ugly as it seems like it's going to end, I think he's ruined, like a prisoner of the moment, but I think he's ruined a good segment of his legacy.
Busy. There were so many red flags that Carolina just blew right past. And at the top of them was the reality show aspect of everything he was bringing with his personal life, where they're doing yoga on the beach. UCF is trolling after the game. We've got TCU posting like ring camera footages after the game. And it's like,
there's so much material to choose from.
It's so great.
There's so much material to choose from. And they're really on the field. Carolina's lost their 2 games against Power 4 teams, like 84 to like 22. Like they have the TCU game. They were in it for the first quarter. They were in it for the first drive. I'll stand by that. They can never take that first drive.
We're up 7-0 after the first drive. Of course they were in it. They were winning a national championship. I was with you. Michael Jordan was there.
So whenever this does end, the Belichick North Carolina experiment, I think the only thing that we'll have to look back on is that first drive.
Right. Do you think Jordan's ever going to a Carolina game again? Do you think Jordan's ever going to Carolina again?
Basketball. Yeah.
Do you think if she goes to a basketball game and is shown on the big screen, she gets booed?
Oh, I thought you meant Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Michael. Yes.
Yeah.
And I was talking about the other Jordan.
I got to be careful there, right? You were talking a couple of Jordans cutting it up. I mean,
do I think Jordan Hudson would get booed at a Carolina basketball game?
Yes.
Yeah. 1,000.
Right now, yes.
1,000. I think Bill would get booed at a Carolina.
Wow.
Right.
That's a very difficult. Really?
Listen, you know what's happening with Belichick. He was raw before they played a game, before they snapped the football. He would walk down those hallways and do whatever the fuck he wanted. They're parting of the seas, right? And now this is happening. There's no parting of the seas. He's walking right through a group. No one cares who the fuck he is anymore. Yeah. And they're talking shit about him behind his back. You know they are. That's the guy. That's the genius. That was the guy who was supposed to save this program. That's the guy that gave us a competitive advantage over Scott fucking Frost.
all the hopes that North Carolina has right now is
you have to maniacally laugh like that, by the way. Anyway, go ahead.
The roster, to be fair to Belichick, if you're doing glass half full, the roster is terrible.
Yeah, it's his roster.
It's his roster. It's what they identified in the transfer portal and brought in with the money invested in them. So it's like maybe they could get, somewhat better, but also like everybody was talking about how easy the schedule was going into the season. Their next 4 games, Clemson, Cal, Virginia, Syracuse. Very well could be 0-4. And for as bad as that Clemson team is, they've got North Carolina right now circled as their get-right game.
Wow. Mikey just had the greatest idea, I think, in the history of chats. What's that?
Mm-hmm. Brady should take over as head coach.
Yes.
Really? So you want him to do that? You want him to call games on Fox. You want him to be the head coach at North Carolina, and you want him to be part owner of the Raiders. I mean, and play flag
take
football.
That Fox money. and buy out Belichick. Write him a check on the field. Here you go. Go.
Million.
Get out of here.
Actually, just have all the students harass him so much that he wants to quit. They're doing the program a favor, making it only a $1 million quit buyout. Boom, bring in Brady. You at least win 3 games. Bowl eligible. He literally retires right afterward as the head coach.
Sure.
And said, look, I'm the reason he did anything.
Right.
Game over.
You don't feel like he's already won by just going to Tampa and winning a Super Bowl, Brady, and just being able to sit back and laugh at Belichick right now, failing in North Carolina?
Brady doesn't like to just win.
I was going to say,
Brady,
you think
Brady wants to humiliate you.
This is Kobe Bryant. Tom Brady is the same mentality. Like, you want to step on your neck and just keep it on there. And
Let's ask the Tar Heel here. Taylor, if I told you Tom Brady could become your head coach tomorrow, would you be up for it?
But he has to stay owner. Because now we're running into where
you want his full focus? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. We've already done this. Like, I need a coach that's like locked in. I need a coach that knows college football. I would take Brady.
Yeah.
All things considered. But I was whispering John Summerall at Tulane.
You were.
1/3 of Brady's attention is better than anything else you've had there in a long time.
So wait, put it on the poll. Is 1/3 of Brady's attention better than 100% of Belichick's attention?
Stu, if I say the record 83 and 104 to you for a 44% win percentage, that's a coach that gets fired more often than not.
Yes.
That's Belichick's record without Brady. And add 2 wins and 2 losses to that. And the 2 wins you're adding are Richmond and UC and Charlotte.
Right. He's so
I have declared Taylor the biggest loser of all of us. Congratulations, Taylor. There's no prize.
That's saying a lot considering he has 2 wins and our football teams are winless.
I know. I will ask you this, though. Did you think for a second that Mario Cristobal was going to blow that game on Saturday night?
Of course I did.
Because as a Gator fan who has already been deflated and has no faith in DJ Lagway and hates the running attack of the Gators. They have gifted running backs. They have no idea how to run them. I hate them. And I was just like, I would rather cheer for Billy Napier to go the rest of the season than have Mario Cristobal not blow this. Like, I really wanted to see him blow that, because that could have been the biggest dagger, right? You're going to blow a game you're supposed to win against your rival that you shut out in the first half. I was so hoping for that, but that just shows you how bad Napier and those boys are, because that was a winnable game.
Yeah, it was. I have no idea if Miami's good. I mean, I don't. It's such a big weekend coming up in college football. Miami gets a bye week. They'll play Florida State in Tallahassee in a couple of weeks. That's going to feel like something straight out of the fucking 80s and 90s, and I can't wait for it, but I have no idea if either. Well, I think Florida State is good. I'm not certain Miami's any good. I just don't know.
Miami's super talented everywhere except the wide receiver depth. Like, they've got Malachi Tony, who's super talented as a freshman, and they're pretty good elsewhere.
I'm not sold on Beck. I'm just going to say it. I'm not sold on Carson Beck. That is the problem. I should be sold on Carson Beck. He's been playing college football for 14 years, but I'm just not sold on Carson Beck.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is, like, if he had these stellar receivers, I think you could be sold on Carson Beck. But if he's got to make up some of that difference and just, ability, QB IQ, just zipping the ball right in the right spots, I think you saw in that game a little bit more of the bad moments from him. What made me laugh is how desperately everybody wants to defend Carson Beck at all costs. Like, they were saying, and Carson will be the first one to tell you he's got to do better than that. Okay. Great. And why are we saying that?
Wait till they lose, Izzy. Okay, you know how this fan base works.
Right.
Mikey, what the fuck is? I'm sorry, I'm switching back to the NFL for a second, but I was just glossing at the standings for a minute, and I realized the Texans are in the same place as the New York Jets. What has happened to C.J. Stroud? Like, what is going on there, man?
You put C.J. Stroud on the Jets, and you've got a 3-0 team.
I don't know about that.
You got a 3-0 team.
No, too far.
Thank you.
Yes.
No. What?
That whole team, wasn't that supposed to be the team that when they got his receivers back and healthy, that it would be a nightmare?
Nico Collins, Tank Dell, got Stephon Diggs last year. Everyone thought it would be a nightmare, yes.
Yeah, I guess they still don't have Tank, but they're supposed to be something. They still,
Yes.
I mean, Nick Chubb was like the most popular running back I felt in like half of the outside of Saquon Barkley and in all the fantasy drafts, and yet they still can't score and they're boring as hell.
Yeah, they're boring. And again, I sit here for the 7th consecutive season having no idea if Jacksonville is good and if Trevor Lawrence is any good. Trevor Lawrence tried to hand the game to CJ Stroud. He did. He tried to hand it to him. Here, gift, take it. And CJ wouldn't take it, but he tried. He tried, Trevor Lawrence. He is flexing that guy.
He's not good. Like, we give Sweeney and, Clemson a bunch of shit, but they made that guy look like a can't miss prospect. And yes. I think the size had something to do with it because he's obviously a big dude. His ability to just, once he gets going, to run. But has that really been a thing in the NFL? No, the only thing that's been a thing in the NFL is his poor decision-making and I guess lack of accuracy on deep balls.
The NFL was so much fun when you have Carson Wentz running around and you have Marcus Mariota running around. It was like, I found out some of these guys were still in the league yesterday.
I was watching
football, man.
I was just watching scores, and then I saw the Atlanta. Who did they play against?
Carolina.
Panthers.
I saw the Atlanta-Carolina game.
Back. Yeah, Bryce.
And I was like, oh, I didn't realize Michael Penix was one of the injured quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And he wasn't.
No.
He just got replaced.
And Kirk Cousins went
30-0 at Carolina will do that to you.
Yes.
Whew.
Oh my God.
So where are we with Michael Penix, who I believe some had as a secret MVP candidate if he had a big year out of nowhere with Atlanta? What happened?
He's 1-2. Bryce Young happened. Football happened. I mean,
Bryce Young.
You don't know who's good, is he? I only know that 2 teams are good. I'm not even certain they're any good.
Man, I'm trying to get to this Michael Penix box score because I watched 0 of that game. But
why would you watch any of that game?
I know. 18 for 36, 172 yards, 2 picks. The lowest QBR I've seen this year, 12.4.
Right.
That is horrible.
Izzy, let me tell you how fucked up the NFL.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins was lower, 10.8.
Okay. I'm going to give you 2 quarterbacks, okay? 2 quarterbacks. I'm not going to say their names. I'm just going to give you their stats, all right? 19 of 29, 289 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Okay. Quarterback B, 15 of 21, 207, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Who would you say is he won the game? Just off of that.
I mean, quarterback A.
Quarterback A lost 41-24.
Which game was that?
Raiders and Commanders. Garbage touchdown passes for Geno Smith.
Yep.
Think about that. Right.
Honestly, that's a game I didn't know happened. Was that in the 1 o'clock window?
It was in the 1 o'clock window.
We didn't hear
Commanders Raiders
them this week.
Oh, and it was Marcus Mariota. That explains it. That's why I had no Jaden Daniels. You're on my radar, but once Jaden Daniels is out, you're off.
Marcus Mariota blew him out by 17.
That's
unbelievable.
Insane. Let's talk about Chubbies. Oh, do I love Chubbies. Let's put my glasses on like a professional broadcaster and tell you about Chubbies, who was sponsoring this show. Are you ready for some football? Chubbies is the ultimate football apparel brand. So much so, they created their own fantasy football league. George Kittle, Ian Rappaport, and others have come together to assemble the Chubbies League on NFL Fantasy. How the hell am I not in that league? Bruce Kittle, get me in that league. Each week, the top 5 scorers will win a chance at a Chubbies polo shorts combo with their team's logo. The grand champion gets the chance at the ultimate fan experience, a 5-city, 5-stadium NFL game tour with a +1. Mikey, if you win, you're taking me. I'm your +1. If I win, I'll take you. I don't think either of us can win, just so we're clear. But if I can, I will take you. While the fantasy flop faces a hilarious and unforgettable punishment only Chubbies could pull off. So head to chubbyshorts.com/the Chubbies League to learn more and have some fun. Get ready for the most outrageous fantasy football season of your life. And again, for a limited time, our friends at Chubbies are giving our listeners $10 with the promo code Stugotz, STUGOTZ, all capitalized, at chubbyshorts.com. That's $10 off your order with the promo code Stugotz, and that includes the NFL collection. Support our show. Support the sponsors that support our show and make sure you tell them that we sent you. Express yourself and level up your game day wardrobe with Chubbies.
By the way, Caleb Williams, huh?
Oh, yeah. That's something that happened. I saw they had Ben Johnson, who's apparently known for his trick plays and everything. So they had that one flea flicker, which worked out beautifully. Look, I don't think the criticisms that Caleb Williams had been getting were necessarily fair criticisms. And I think I'm giving him at least this entire season, but looked pretty good yesterday.
4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and won the game, unlike Geno Smith.
Is CeeDee Lamb the most important player on the Cowboys? Because he went out and they were just like, well, now what do we do?
It was probably Micah Parsons, but he's gone.
Well, that's the other side.
Right.
He is, I think that's pretty telling. He is obviously their biggest threat. George Pickens flipped out at some point yesterday after a catch he was supposed to have. That team was meant to be a disaster from day one. CeeDee Lamb, though, I think is clearly their most important player, and he's got to be pissed off that he's there.
They have more wins than our teams.
Yeah. But I think if you're watching the Cowboys last week, how they looked against the Giants, and then how they, carried that over into this week against the Bears, the Cowboys might actually be pretty bad this season. But for some reason, I like Schottenheimer.
Really? What's the
I
reason,
think
though?
if there's any sort of competency there, it shines. You can tell that he's a coach that can, under normal circumstances, do some things.
Yeah.
But with this organization, it's like, all right, I got to overcome so many hurdles. It's impossible.
Who would win Coach of the Year right now if the season ended today?
Ooh, that's a great one.
Come on. It would have to be, right? It would have to be Kyle Shanahan, 3-0 with that dreadful team.
Kyle Shanahan would probably be up there, given what he had to. But
Steichen.
Winning on a field goal against, it's not like he's been doing it in an impressive fashion. I'd say Jim Harbaugh probably has a case.
No, I think Taylor just nailed it.
Taylor
The season
hit
ended today.
Taylor hit
Listen. The season ended today. Steichen is Coach of the Year. Daniel Jones is MVP, and the Colts are a 1 seed in the AFC. I mean, this is fucking.
I think just making the decision of Indiana Jones over Anthony Richardson puts him on the short list of Coach of the Year.
But it feels like we're all just waiting around for it to implode on Daniel Jones. Do we not? Right? And I feel like next week might be the week where it happens.
I don't know. I think I'm at the point where I think he's beyond competent. I think the New York Giants probably had him just in a very impossible place in terms of finding a way to succeed. I think even with that organization, he managed to get to the playoffs. I'm not as confident it's going to collapse as I am, say, the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers not having a good ending.
And Daniel Jones has been really great this year, but they also have a pretty balanced offense. Jonathan Taylor leads the NFL in rushing yards. And I don't know what I'm doing, but in my mind, I've made Jonathan Taylor a lot older than I think he is. He's only 26.
Yeah, he's running back. I'll do it to you.
No, it feels like he's been around for at least a decade. I'm with Taylor on this. Yeah.
Him and Derrick Henry came in the league together. Is how you
what?
feel.
Really?
No, they didn't.
Okay.
I'm saying that's how
I would have believed it.
I was going to say Derrick Henry's 26.
That's the point. Yeah. No. By the way, we were waiting a long time for it to implode on Sam Darnold, and it did. It did, but it was like week 17 when it happened. I think that's what we're looking at with Daniel Jones.
Well, you think I'll have a good regular season and then implode somewhere around postseason time?
Yeah, somewhere around there is where you go, oh, that's right. It is Daniel Jones. Just
the other guy who seems to be kind of changing his reputation pretty quickly. And I don't know, and we've talked about him. I don't know what exactly the reputation was other than failing down the stretch. But Justin Herbert had a couple of plays yesterday that made you say, holy crap. That guy's eliminating the nonsense and still making the big plays. He had the one at the game tying throw, which I think he had somebody all over him, or maybe he was just being chased. Just a dime right to where receiver had to make a little bit of a...
two guys draped on him. Yeah,
that's what it was. Play. Receiver had to make a little bit of a play to fight for that ball, but it was put in a great spot. And I don't know how they got to that point where it was that close of a game and they needed that ending, but I think he has looked phenomenal. I think their rushing attack has been pretty good too. And, obviously Khalil Mack being hurt doesn't help things, but I think they might be the team that I look at and say they might be the most unstoppable team when I say get one drive, because Justin Herbert just is that impressive right now.
I would say if there's a team that's going to make it to the Super Bowl out of the AFC, not name the Ravens, not name the Bills, not name the Chiefs, it's going to be the Chargers. That's an easy way. I think they're the third or fourth most talented team. I'm not going to be surprised if the Chargers find themselves in the Super Bowl. I just won't.
Yesterday was an unbelievably tough day for anybody that ever defended Tua over Justin Herbert.
Oh my God. That's something I have blocked out of my memory, because if I think about it every time I watch either of them play, it would just make me want to give up on the NFL. Cause it's like, he was right there, man. Like if you take 2 9-year-olds, right? And they're going to draft, right? Or 1 9-year-old, they're going to draft these 2 quarterbacks and say, hey, everything you know about football, this guy, Tua Tagovailoa, this guy, Justin Herbert. Which one are you going to pick to be your quarterback? Justin Herbert. Like everybody's picking Justin Herbert, and say what you will about the people having stereotypes for quarterbacks, but if that's the way you're going to go that route. It'll give you a better chance, because there's nothing dynamic. There's nothing Lamar Jackson jumps off the page about you with Tua. There is shit that jumps off the page about you with Justin Herbert because he's so damn tall with that arm. Just go there, and you have the organization that did everything possible other than win a Super Bowl with just the big arm to fling it around. And Dan Marino, why not go do that again? But hey, that's a 5-year-old conversation. Can't have it anymore.
The NFC West is the best division in football, isn't it?
9-year-old would have drafted Justin Herbert first.
What about the NFC West, though?
So, Stu, I actually worked on
the NFC West?
Bringing back the Vippo-List. And the Vippo-List was going to be of the best 3-0 teams, a power ranking of 3-0 teams.
Oh, I like that.
And so there's 6 3-0 teams. The 6th spot was reserved for whoever won Cardinals 49ers.
Okay, good. Yes, I like that. Well done. Right. That's the 6th best team in the NFL. I'm still not certain they're number 6. Right.
Number 5.
There are plenty of teams with at least a loss that I would take over the San Francisco 49ers, namely the Ravens. 2 of them are playing tonight. Ravens and Lions. Anyway, go ahead. Number 5.
Laughing at Vippo-List.
Right.
Number 5 on the Vippo-List of 3-0 teams. This is a little controversial. The Bucks.
At number 5.
So far, it's not controversial because we only know number 6.
Mikey hates it, though. I could see it on
I do hate it. I do hate it. Tampa doesn't deserve that.
Wait, hold on a second, Mikey. Hold on. Everyone hold their horses. He still has the Eagles left. He has. Oh, I see where the controversy is. Oh, shit.
So the Bucks, the reason I knocked the Bucks is they're getting so many guys hurt that it doesn't feel sustainable what they're doing. They've got like this makeshift offensive line. They're the first team in Super Bowl era to win its first 3 games by scoring in the final minute of regulation. That's great because we love Baker Mayfield and the drive for your life scenarios. But if you put yourself in that situation every week, you're going to lose. Eventually, the losses are going to catch up to you.
Sounds like they're getting Werps back, though. Yeah. So that whole losing a bunch of guys, it sounds like they're getting 2 of their best back.
Yeah, they lost Mike Evans, though. Okay, but I'm good with this. It's his list. It's his Vippo-List, okay?
Number 4 on the Vippo-List, the Colts.
Yeah. Wow. Ooh. Controversy. One team. Yeah. You know what? I like it. I like it.
I like it too. Yeah.
One team has devoured a couple of opponents, and the other team has just basically got through by the skin of their teeth, but they have the sexier quarterback. I
got to be honest. I put the Colts ahead of the Chargers if I had to.
Ooh, okay.
Even though it just said if there's a team to make it out of the AFC, this is what football fucking Mondays are all about. If there was a team not named Buffalo, not named Baltimore, not named Kansas City to make it to the Super Bowl, it'd be the Chargers. I didn't say the Colts. I said the Chargers. And then 1 minute later, I said I put the Colts ahead of the Chargers. Monday, football. Number 4, 3, wherever the hell we are.
Number 3 on the Vippo-List.
Yes.
The Eagles.
Oh, wow. Controversy.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I wanted to put the Eagles higher because I just did the Stugotz thing where I'm like, hey, they win every week. At some point, you have to respect that.
Mm-hmm.
I said that, but part of me still doesn't respect it.
Okay.
Do they have the best win over the Rams, or is it the Buffalo Bills beating the Ravens? I guess we'll tell in time. But right now, which one feels like the better win?
Bills over the Ravens, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
I think. Who did Philly beat down? Well, Philly beat Kansas City at Kansas City last week when people still thought Kansas City was good. So.
Yeah, but then we realized that they're not. So
right. Well, they're back though. Football.
Number 2 on the Vippo-List of 3-0 teams. The Buffalo Bills.
Ooh, the spicy little list. The spicy Vippo-List over
I
here.
can't believe he's doing this. I can't believe it.
Do it.
And that means my number one team on the Vippo-List.
I dare you.
Arguably the best coach in football. Arguably the MVP in football. We question, is this guy elite? Can he lead a team over the hump? I think he can. It's the Chargers.
Wow, the number one team. See, I thought I was going a little far by saying that they might be the team that I want most for a final drive because, I mean, there's still Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen out there. But that might be a little crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, their most impressive win was 11 points over the Raiders. Obviously, they beat the Chiefs, which we're saying not that impressive. And then the Broncos, a 3-point win. Watching most of that game, I was pretty impressed. The Broncos are a team to be reckoned with, not really a Super Bowl threat. But I think you probably, to really say what you're saying, put them at the top, probably got to win that game by at least 10 points.
They beat the Chiefs neutral field again at a time where we thought the Chiefs were good. So,
Right.
I mean, I probably would have put the Colts number one.